What it is, y'all? I really normally don't do this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But this video that 1090J, shout out to 1090J, go subscribe to 1090J, dropped about this 13-year-old boy that killed this sister. This shit is like mind-blowing. So I want to do a reaction to it just because I felt like it's my YouTube channel. I can do what the fuck I want to do. It's my platform. But before we get into it, like, share, subscribe to this channel. Please hit that notification button. Make sure that you hit that notification button so that you can get all of my videos. They come to your phone as soon as I drop them. I'm going to be setting up the way you guys can join. You're going to get exclusive content before anybody else get it. So when I drop these interviews that I got coming, some of them already got recorded. You will be able to get them before anybody. But I want to get into this video. And shout out to 1090Jake, man. Shout out to 1090Jake. I watch 1090Jake. His content is always top of the line content. I like his little soliloquies at the end. And he from Florida. I mean, you know what I mean? Boston, but shit, by way of Tampa, you feel what I'm saying? So I fucks with him. You know, he right down the street from me. You know what I mean? I'm Orlando, he right down the street. You feel me? So let's check out this video though. This shit is crazy.
Year-old that was making and selling ghost guns was robbed by one of his buyers when he pulled out a gun and fired, killing his 14-year-old sister. And anybody hearing that is gonna wonder where the parents. Well, I found out, and I've unraveled a dark family history. November 27, 2021, Douglas County Sheriffs in Georgia received an emergency call at 2:35 p.m. reporting a girl shot at 3609 Vicky Lane. While on the phone, panic set in as the girl was slowly fading, and those around her understood if they waited for an ambulance, she would die. Rushing her into a vehicle, they'd made it to the Marathon gas station 2 minutes away as a boy got out of the vehicle and began begging anyone for help. Sheriffs arrived at the gas station observing two women in a vehicle with a girl who'd been shot. The cashier came out to a crowd of people around the girl, who now laid motionless on the concrete. Paramedics from a nearby ambulance performed CPR, while those who stared could only hope, but it was too late. 14-year-old Kyra Scott would die before making it to the hospital.
Beautiful young lady.
5 minutes away.
Rest in heaven.
Sheriff spoke with 13-year-old Wilson Scott III, Kyra's little brother, who was visibly distraught as he told sheriffs he was the one that shot his sister.
He was just going crazy, seeing his, sister, not breathing. He was, crying. He was
That's
screaming.
Understandable.
What came next
it was accident.
revealed an even deeper operation and a dark family history. 13-year-old Wilson was a young entrepreneur who found himself skilled at making ghost guns. The nickname given to 80% firearms or pieces of...
I'm not in the streets currently. I'm a working man. I'm a blogger. But I did spend a large amount of my life being in the streets and indulging in street things. I have never in my life heard of a ghost gun. Never. Maybe it's because I ain't been in it in a minute. But I'm saying, when I was out there, I never in my life heard of a ghost gun.
That are 80% complete and therefore not classified as firearms by the ATF. These unfinished lowers are able to be drilled, shaved, and equipped with parts, creating a fully functional lower half of a firearm without a serial number, making them damn near impossible to be traced, which is how they got the name ghost gun. The only part of a firearm that's regulated is the lower, while triggers, barrels, parts, and 80% kits can be purchased by anyone, even those under 18. So legally, you can buy an 80% lower and any gun parts needed to build a firing weapon in under an hour. All of these parts are accessible through multiple online websites and can be delivered right to your door. And just because you're a felon or under 21, that doesn't mean you can't buy it. You're just not supposed to. The day of the shooting, two men came to the home to buy one of these homemade guns. One of the buyers was identified as 19-year-old Yusuf MacArthur L., and when he was supposed to hand Wilson the money, he put the 13-year-old in a headlock, took the gun, and ran for the door. That's when Wilson grabbed a loaded 9mm handgun and opened fire in the direction of Yusuf, striking his sister in the right side of her chest.
Damn.
Yusuf and his friend ran
Damn.
off as Wilson and two relatives called 911. 2 days later,
Okay, so let's summarize what 1090 Jake was just saying. Shout out to 1090 Jake. Go subscribe to 1090 Jake. This is 1090 Jake's content. I'm just doing a reaction to it because I just found the story very, very interesting, and I want to share my opinion with y'all on this story. And I want to share this with my subs. I don't know if you guys subscribe to 1090 Jake, so you may not get this story. So I wanted to disseminate this story because it was interesting as hell. So what we have here is we have a 13-year-old boy that evidently has found out how to go and buy parts to make real guns, but also using plastic parts. And he could combine the two, and he could make a real working firearm, get the parts sent to his house, and he was actually selling these guns. I ain't showing y'all the footage, but this man got guns, ARs, 9mm, AK-47s. I mean, these things look like the real deal. And in all accounts, they basically are. He just bought parts, plastic parts, fake parts from toys, and also real parts, and he combined them, and he was selling them things like hotcakes to whoever, his clientele was. But he was 13. This man had so many little fake, well, I ain't gonna say fake guns, them little made guns homemade guns that he had made in this video that I'm looking at. But he was 13. He was selling them out his house. People pulling up, buying them from him out his house. And my thing is this. First, like T9 said, where was his guardians at? Number two, of course, he gonna get a rob. So what happened was, Buddy and them showed up to buy a gun. 19, 18, 19-year-old. They see 13-year-old finna sell us this gun. They gonna take that, and that's what happened. So when they strong-armed it, threw Jit in the yoke because he's small. I'm pretty sure he physically overpowered him. It was a black boy in the video. I mean, in the photo, looked like a street kid. I could picture him gaffling the little Jit up, throwing him in the yoke, physically overpowered. I'm gonna throw you down, Jit. I got the gun now. Throw him down. Boom. Took the gun, and he finna flex. He ain't gonna even feel the need to beat him up or shoot him or none of that, man. I done strong arm this for you, Jit. Took that. Now he got that. He trying to flex. But the Jit that make the guns, of course, he got more of these motherfuckers that he done made. So he think real quick. Let me go grab one of my homemade guns. He go grab the homemade gun. Now he's shooting at the Jit or assailants that strong-armed him and took the gun that they were supposed to come to buy. His sister get caught in the crossfire, and he shoot his damn sister with one of them homemade guns, and that's how this whole shit blow up. Wow. You got a 13-year-old kid that's running a gun business. He's selling guns that he's making out of his house. I mean, these guns, look, bruh, he can go to war with these guns. You know what I'm saying? This kid had enough sense to be able to put this stuff together. This screams to me of someone that had talent, but just misguided talent. If this kid, if you got to see these guns, man, if this kid had enough smarts at 13 years old to put these guns together, to go on the internet, to combine these parts, to do all of this, to do all of that, man, I can only imagine if he wouldn't have crashed out with this case right here, what his potential could have been if it was focused in the right area. You feel me? Who knows what this kid could have did? He could have been the next Smith & Wesson or whoever. You feel what I'm saying? He could have really maybe went on to work for the government, to be able to create weapons, or he might could have had his own private company and then sold his weapons to the government or whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? I'm just saying. I'm just looking at. I know people looking at like, man, he a criminal. He killed the sister. He a bad kid. I mean, yeah, maybe so. I mean, that's y'all opinion. Everybody got their own opinion. But I'm just looking at what could have been. This boy, I mean, I'm amazed at what this 13-year-old kid was able to do. And I know kids smart than a motherfucker nowadays. They got these 10-year-old kids that cracking these phones and hackers and all of this type of stuff. Man, it's just sad to me, that his sister, lost her life. Beautiful young lady. And what her potential could have been as well. And by the accounts of this video, they saying he was very distraught, which I assume he didn't want his sister to get shot. I mean, it was just, he was caught up doing the wrong thing, and the sister was a casualty of the wrong thing. You get what I'm saying? She was the effect of the cause. He was the cause, and she was the effect. You feel what I'm saying? It was that was the byproduct of the illegal, bad deeds that he was doing, and and that's what happens. Let me tell y'all something. That's what always happens, man. You can get caught up in these movies. You can get caught up in all this stuff that's saying, oh, the criminal get away and all this. Listen, I'm here to tell you. No, we don't. No, we don't. We never get away. We never get away. All these stories that you heard about all these criminals, all these mob guys, all these people, the only way you know these stories is because they got caught. How would you know the story if they didn't get caught? The only thing to do is, if you're going to get it. I advise don't nobody getting nothing illegal. It's too much ways to make legal money nowadays. Henceforth, you see my black ass on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? It's so many ways to make money nowadays legally. I mean, nice amounts of money. I mean, good amount of money. You just got to have multiple streams of it. I don't want to, I'm going to say this. If you're going to be in the streets, just realize this. It's not for a long time. It's only to build you capital to go and do something legit. If you think you're gonna be in the streets and you're gonna win, I'm telling you, you're not. You're gonna lose a bunch of friends. You're gonna lose maybe your own life or your freedom, or you're gonna get fucked up to where your health fucked up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you. So I wouldn't advise anybody to do any of the stuff that this young man did. And I just wish that he would have had his talent focused in a positive direction, on a positive situation, on a positive thing, and this situation can happen. But let's get back to the video, man.
Yusuf was arrested and charged with a sudden snatch robbery and felony murder. What came as a surprise was the announcement that 13-year-old Wilson was now charged as an adult with murdering his sister. Both teens have been denied bond, with Wilson being housed in a youth detention center.
Hold on. This him being charged as an adult? That's a little much for me. So let me tell you why they charged him as an adult. They charged him as an adult because they saw the elaborate criminal organization, the criminal situation that he had going on, where he could able to actually, build these guns and get the parts and configure them himself, and actually put forth and actually build a business where he could sell these guns. That's what he getting the charge for the adult for. They know this man did not intend on killing his sister. They know that had this boy not came to rob him, his sister would be alive. So I know he's not a victim in this, but in a sense, he's a kid, man. He's only 13. his frontal lobe is not fully developed. So he's not able to make rational decisions as a mature person would. That's why you get charged as a juvenile, because the courts are recognizing that you're not able to make mature decisions because you're a child. So for them to charge him as an adult is them reaching, in my opinion. But the reason why they're doing that is because they're saying this kid had enough sense to put all this together. He's smart. He's mature for his age. Do I think, I don't know the law like that. Don't make me lie to y'all. I'm just saying what I know. Man, do I think they're going to continue? Yeah, hell yeah. I never seen nobody that got charged as an adult and then didn't get charged as an adult. You feel me? So, damn, they're going to charge him as an adult. That's fucked up, though, because I think they should charge him as a kid. I think this kid should, me personally, I hate to say it like this, but I don't think this kid should stay no longer in jail than his 21st birthday. Me personally. He didn't intend to kill his sister. He was just a hustler. He was a hustler. That's really what his problem kind of stemmed from. He was a hustler. He was hustling the wrong thing. He could have hustled any other thing and probably still been good at it. But he hustled what he knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this kid needed some guidance, man. He needed some guidance, and he didn't get it, man. That shit should have been, that talent should have been directed, not building guns, but building something else. Building something positive. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he could have hung around people who built guns. But, let him go to, let him be around people who build those type of things, but in a constructive, controlled environment, and let him learn and groomed him to be probably one of the next gun makers in American history. I could have seen that. From 13, this man built real damn guns. From plastic and shit he got on the internet, and selling them, and they working. If he'd have made it to a legal age to do that, I bet you he would have been fine for the rest of his life. I bet you he would have been a millionaire. I bet you he wouldn't have been a murderer. You see what I'm saying? You see how small situations just done changed his whole kid's life, and of course his sister's life, because she's no longer here. And of course the life of his family and everybody else who's involved in this. Even me, I wouldn't even be doing this video had he not done it. So inadvertently, what he done has changed the course of my life too, because I stopped my life, my timeline, and made a video about what he got going on. But let's get back to it though.
Even though he's charged as an adult. The main questions on everyone's mind is, how was a 13-year-old able to order gun parts online unless he had access to a credit card? And even then, how was he able to sell guns out of the house with relatives in the home? As sheriffs have accused him of selling guns in over 3 different counties. I say all that to say this: where the fuck were the parents? Wilson Brandon Scott is a 46-year-old inmate within the Florida Department of Corrections, serving a 22.5-year sentence for sexual battery on a minor.
Okay, so look, I don't want to get all into all of that stuff right there, you know what I mean, because that's a whole nother ball of wax. But basically what 1090, I watched the rest of it, and what 1090 Jake said was basically his father tried to assault a young lady who was spending the night over his house, and he actually kind of did assault her a little bit, or whatever. And she went, she left the residence, called the police, got in contact with her family, and then, the rest of history, ended up getting convicted, got 22 years. So his father is in prison now for assaulting a young lady who I think was under the age of 16, probably like 12, something like that. So, of course, hey, that's bad. That's bad business, you know what I mean? Yeah, we frown on all of those acts. But yeah, back to young Wilson, man. So now, he got to deal with the fact that he ended his sister's life. And everything he did spiraled out of control. I can't imagine this kid don't be traumatized for the rest of his life from this. He's only 13. Let's realize this. Not saying that he's not culpable, but let's just say that 13-year-olds, they're not fully developed mentally, emotionally, even physically. So can you imagine just living with the fact that you shot your sister on accident in a fit of, and just think about this too. I don't know nobody who own a gun who gonna get in that type of situation where somebody try to rob you or somebody robs you and not going to go grab your gun. I don't know nobody do that. The man grabbed him, strong armed him, took the gun from him, threw him on the ground, ran. When he ran out, the boy immediately jumped up. His first mind is, let me go get my gun. He went and got one of them other homemade guns he made, and then he started shooting at the guy who took the gun. Most people gonna do that, man. I'm just saying, most people gonna do that. Most people gonna do that. So that's just like a normal reaction. And the little sister just happened, and the big sister happened to just be in the line of fire, man. If he had to do it all over again, I promise you he would take it back. I believe that. And so you can only imagine. And I'm an older man, mature man thinking about this, and it's like traumatizing a little bit to even think about what he possibly could be going through, or the events that transpired. So can you imagine for a 13-year-old kid to be sitting in that cell, facing the rest of your life? Your sister ain't there because of you, and from it being all good just a week ago, you eating your pops, watching Saturday morning cartoons, you playing Call of Duty, you know what I mean? Whatever. You and your sister in there, you know what I'm saying? You probably done gave your sister some of the money that you made from selling the guns. She was there when you was making the selling the gun, so evidently she knew what was going on. And she was older than you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you another thing. I don't know no sisters that if we doing that in the house and our guardians don't know about it or however it go, my sister would have extorted me. I'm just saying how my sister would have did. My sister been like, you doing what? I'ma tell mama. Ooh, you better give me some. Man, shut up, man. You always talking too much. That's how it's gonna be. Unless she gonna be down with what I got going on. Hey, sis, man, look, man, you don't think you can order this stuff? I got the credit card right here, man. Order it off your phone. Whatever. Maybe. Either way, the sister was there when the stuff was going down. So I'm assuming this wasn't the first time he had done sold a gun at that house. So that means she probably knew what her little brother was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see no young teenage kids siblings making money, and the other sibling in the same house, and the other sibling don't try to get some of that money. You feel me? So what I'm thinking is either she was cool with it and he was looking out for her every now and then, or either she probably was helping him a little bit along the way too, and they was getting money together. That's how me and my sister would have been. If I was stumbling across some weed to sell, I'm gonna get my sister to help me sell it, or my sister gonna try to help me sell it, and or I'm bringing it to my sister and be like, hey, look, don't tell mom and daddy. I got to tell you because you're going to find out anyway, and then you're gonna tell mom and daddy. So the only way is I'm going to get you in on it with me. We're going to sell this weed together. We're going to sell a profit. We're going to make the profit. We're going to buy some more weed. That's what we're going to do. Me and you, sus. That's how I'm thinking maybe this went down. But, y'all just let me know how y'all feel about this video, man. Again, subscribe to 10 out of Jake, man. I just liked that video. I thought it was a great, interesting video, and I just wanted to get my reaction on it. But like, share, subscribe to this channel. Comment, you know what I mean? Let me know how y'all feel about what I was talking about in this video. Chill.